Hey everyone, it's Maury. You might notice that I'm in the van, and you would think to yourself, oh wow, Maury is out boondocking and doing a video. How great is this? Oh no, no, no. That is not what we are doing today. I am sitting in my driveway because, well, I guess, so something that I always say when people talk to me about life experiences and things that happen is that things have a way of working out the way they're supposed to. And I think that this is one of those cases where it kind of is. So in our last video, we talked about me finally getting on the road and going south. So I headed south. I started heading toward Tucson. I figured that I would end up somewhere around Tucson or maybe the Tombstone area, and then maybe continue going south, southeast, maybe end up in Bisbee. Just kind of felt like, you know, however I wanted to do it. And the purpose was to shake things out a little bit, to make sure that everything was working right, that we weren't going to have any problems, so that when I do a longer trip, it's not an issue. Well, on the way down to Tucson, and just outside of Tucson, there was a vehicle fire, and the freeway was closed. I couldn't go any further. And there really, where I was, there was no way of getting around it. So I had to make a choice, either to get off and wait, or head back north and try to find some place in the middle of nothing to stay. So either way, I was forced off the highway. So I got off, and it was about this time that I thought that I heard something. I heard a noise, and I was off the freeway and in slow traffic and moving, and gosh, I really think that I hear something. So I pulled off into a neighborhood and then into a grocery store parking lot, popped the hood, and sure enough, there's a noise. It's a grinding kind of, not a metallic noise, but kind of a whining, and I was like, uh-oh. I had a suspicion what it might be, and I decided that I didn't want to take a chance on getting stranded in southern Arizona. So I turned around, came home, bought some parts, thinking that there's a pretty good chance that it's what I think it is. And so I'm sitting here with the parts today. Now, there was landscapers in the neighborhood, so while I was waiting for them to finish with their blower, I started working on the van. And so I took out the belt tensioning assembly. So there's a serpentine belt that runs the water pump and the air conditioner and stuff like that, alternator. And there is a spring-loaded tensioner in these vans, in the Volkswagens, that puts pressure on the belt to keep it tight. And that's this unit. So this is actually a known point of failure, and thankfully it's very easy to pull out and fix. So you have this unit here, and this wheel pushes onto the belt, makes it tight, and it's supposed to spin. Well, it's not. It's crunchy, and it's plastic, which, you know, that in and of itself isn't a problem. But the bearing inside has obviously failed, and I'm surprised that it wasn't destroying the belt. And I think that the squeaking may have been the belt slipping a little bit, but this wheel it won't go. So I have a replacement metal pulley that will go on and replace this thing. And I also have, well, I just showed you, I have a new belt for it. The old one isn't horrible, but it's clearly been compromised. So that's what we're doing. We are going to replace this, clean this all up. You know, my options were one of two things. Either it was this pulley, which is an easy fix. The other part that could have failed was the water pump. Again, not a very difficult thing to do, but more involved because you have to drain the coolant and stuff like that. So I was really hoping that this is what it was. And as it turns out, I got lucky. So I'm going to clean this up, get it all replaced, put it back in. I might even have it finished today. It's really not that difficult, and we'll see what happens. Alright, this is the moment of truth. I have the assembly back in. I have the belt on. And I need my keys, and then I'm going to start this puppy. There's not much that can go wrong, really. It's just a belt. But let's find out. Nice and quiet. Now here's the test. Perfect. All right. I'm going to button this thing up now. I'm going to keep to my promise of keeping these videos somewhat short, but I just wanted you to know what was happening. But yeah, so hopefully this thing takes care. I mean, look at how this is how it's supposed to spin. Just freewheeling, no noise. And then this thing here, I mean, I have to actually turn it. Like it's crunchy. I'm surprised that it didn't actually fail. That had to have been generating tons of heat from the friction to begin with. So yeah, anyway, that's where we are. I'm going to get this thing buttoned up, but I wanted to at least update you on what was happening. And then, I don't know, maybe if everything is good after that, I will try again. So, in the meantime, happy Monday. I hope everybody's having a great day and a great start to your week. And until next time, as always, have a great day.